Hey, I'm Gray.
Hey, I'm Sen.
And welcome to Unscripted Drop-ins.
Today is very much a Tuesday. We're starting the week off.
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah. Great statement. We're going to take a little bit different course of action.
Little swift left turn. Little.
Well, I think we're just starting it off pretty
chill. We're both in pain. No, I'm kidding.
We're both heavily medicated right now.
Someone's a goldfish, the other one's on a goose.
Well, how was your Mother's Day weekend? We just had Mother's Day. Mother's Day was just upon us. Did you celebrate Mother's Day?
I love how you're just saying Mother's Day over and over
Mother's
again.
Day. It was just past. Do you remember?
I don't remember.
What did you do?
Well, we just had this discussion, but I'm not going to go too deep into detail. But my Mother's Day was pretty fucking boring, as usual. Didn't really do much. Kind of just stayed home, played IMVU, got my little bitch girl going on, had a little bit of fun.
That little bit of fucking hooker.
Literally just me making the hottest one. Just sitting at my desk like, hello.
Dude, that's a fucking mood.
It's a vibe. I don't know. That's all I did all weekend. It wasn't, I mean, it could have been more productive. I could have been working out, but I just wanted to lounge.
I feel that.
How was your Mother's Day?
It was good. Saturday night we had a barbecue because my mom was leaving on actual Mother's Day.
She was ditching her kids.
She left out of my life permanently. I'm just kidding. Could you imagine? No, she's just on vacation in LA, but other than that, we really didn't do anything. I also just stayed home and played video games. Instead of basketball for once, it's actually Sims. So I've been fucking that up lately.
He's an elite player over here. He's like, bitch, I gotta drown all my hoes.
I, too, just create the hottest character I can.
I gotta make him level up. I gotta make my kids look good as fuck.
Yeah, they fresh as fuck, pimped out.
Dude, living vicariously, as I mentioned before.
Yes.
That's just fun, though. Like, we were just talking about it, and it's like, those, like, single player and, like, multiplayer games are, like, elite. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, have you touched Animal Crossing in the last, like, month?
No.
Same. I'm about to be fucking cockroach infested.
It's not, like... it's not, like, stimulating enough for me anymore.
I feel that so hard.
It's not violent enough. It's not sexual enough on The Sims.
Why do I low-key feel that? I don't know. Animal Crossing was fun, but now it's just Tom Nook's bitch bait.
You just have to fucking open up the app and Isabel every time I open it up. There's not much news today, but here's what I'm going to talk about anyway.
She gets all the credit for fucking putting flowers out. She's a whore.
I don't like her.
If we could just, like, kick her off, that'd be amazing.
I guess the main point of why I kept repeating Mother's Day so much is because it kind of brings up a little bit more of a sensitive topic.
Yeah.
But one that is very prevalent and scary right now.
Very much of a realistic thing. We can't escape it no matter how fucking hard we try.
Yeah, no matter how funny we want to be. No matter how many Sims we play.
Swear. Well, okay, so let's lead this off in the direction of, I'm sure everyone's pretty much aware of what's happening. So the Roe v. Wade overturn. Y'all can read up on that on your own because it's a bunch to go into, but we kind of have
Long story short, I mean, it's protection of privacy
for women. I mean, it's not really a sensitive topic, but it's more or less just like, holy fuck, dude, we're living in a day and age of where we're potentially going to be fucked. Like, raw dog ass.
It's not a war against abortion. It's turned into a war against women.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's scary. Really, and it fucking just happened all of the sudden.
Yeah.
Literally over the weekend. It's like, oh, here's what the Supreme Court decided to do in private. And all of a sudden, it was leaked.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my gosh, we got to have a big push on this. So might as well, we're already in it. Like, might as well just fucking put a national ban on abortion while we're at it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, fucking Kavashaw.
Fucking Mitch McConnell.
I just want to like punt them all. And like I was telling you earlier, like I wish someone can get them like so hard, and then like I come in and just like shove my foot so hard into their fucking pelvis, like their dick is like swallowed into their cavity. Like that would hurt so much, but that would bring me so much satisfaction.
You know what? It's a little bit off topic, but I think one of the things that I saw, because I remember how I told you to watch Prison Break.
Yeah. Still haven't done it.
Well, there's a scene, and basically they're torturing this guy for whatever reason, but they take like an ice pick, and they said that pain is, you're gonna experience the most pain where like an injury or like a puncture, however like far it is away from your body, into the center. So like basically, you know, your chest is like your center. So what they did is they took this ice pick and they laid this guy's hand flat, tied it down, and they went in through the finger, in like through as far as they could, straight through their finger, because that's technically what's supposed to be like the most painful. But anyway,
tell me why I feel like that would sadistic feeling, a little masochism,
little intrusive thoughts.
Little this bitch is like really fucking dumb. No, but like I don't know, I kind of feel like that would be gross to watch, but like let me do it. Let me try it.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just such an aggravating thing to witness and to live in.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely. Well, coming from my perspective now, like all the shit that's happening, all of the stuff that we're like pretty much having to go through, we talked about it over text especially, but it's like the shit that we're going through now, why are we going back in time? Why are we being forced to be more oppressed than what we are? Come on, it's the fucking 21st century. Get over yourself.
Yeah, because I think Erica had mentioned it's not even been 100 years since women have had the right to vote.
Exactly.
And Roe v. Wade was set into place in 1973.
73, yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at the timeline, it's just insane. I read somewhere that slaves had the right to vote before women did.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's like, what's so bad about women? Like, why are we so against?
You're born from a literal woman, a woman whose pelvis broke to either push your big ass fucking head out.
She had to get sliced open.
Yeah. Sliced, had her fucking tissue ripped, and like everything shoved back into her, and then took 6 weeks, maybe longer, for her fucking uterus to go back down. Who still faced like, you know, backlash from several people about being pregnant at whatever age she probably was.
Get backlash for breastfeeding.
In public, too? Like, dude, I'm fucking feeding my child. Who the fuck are you? You sucked on titties before.
I know. It's just, it really does amaze me how so many people, even the same gender, are so
anti-women.
Yeah.
Like, how are you really gonna be... For women ourselves to turn on ourselves, like, I can understand in a way. It's like, you can turn on certain women for certain things, like if they're especially negative and like disgusting. But when it comes to this issue, it's a public issue. It's not just a you issue, it's a public issue. And
that's what I mean. At the end of the day, what fucking blows my mind too is, it's hypothetical, somebody's right next to me is a woman.
Yeah, I'm
never gonna know if she had an abortion or not, and exactly. I don't care. Why would I care? It's not gonna affect my life in any way.
Exactly.
It's not, and that's why it just blows my fucking mind why it's so under attack right now. Because you don't fucking know unless you were to deep dive into her medical records.
Exactly.
Which, I mean, I think we were talking about it, is I saw a TikTok on it.
Yeah.
And basically it was alluding to the fact that if a woman was to escape the state that she's in to have an abortion somewhere else, they could start implementing that. They could check their medical records.
They can be charged.
They can make them take a pregnancy test at the airport.
Yeah.
And it's like, you think about it, and that's exactly what happened with The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh my god, dude. I literally watched some clips about it, and I don't know, I kind of wanted to throw myself out a window or like off a building, mainly because I was like, if we're going back in time and we're going to this bullshit, or like, you know, we're leading ourselves into a future that's not worth living, then, you know, I want out. Like, I'm so sorry to say, like, let's not get into suicide talk, but at the same time, it's like, there's a bunch of women that feel exactly the same. There's a bunch of people that feel exactly the same. Like, fucking
me and Erica were like, the next time that we get paid, we're gonna get our passports. Because like, that's how crazy it is. And it's exactly like so when I met Erica, she had already like been caught up in Handmaid's Tale, and it had been something that she's been pushing me to watch like our entire relationship. And so we finally did, and it was like me and her literally, you know, watched this whole show and really got to understand why they were doing what they were doing, you know. And it's just crazy because me and her are now sitting here watching the same exact scenes play out in real life.
The fucking government really just said, hey, let's copy a fucking Netflix show. Let's like try and make money off of it. It's ridiculous. It's selfish. It's fucking self-deprecation, really. The way that we're going, we were progressing so far. Women are finally being able to not only vote, but like, we're strong voters. We're fucking strong as a society. Women can push things. Women are proactive. Women can fucking, you know, make things right in the world. And fucking, let's just say it. The majority of men hate women for no reason. Makes no sense.
Yeah, but I do want to quote the famous Miss B. Bay. Beyonce, girls do run the world. I 101,000,000 fucking %, believe that.
Oh yeah, I've got the dance going on in my head right now. I'm like, let's bust it out.
Well, like, it's just like, what is going on? Why the sudden? I think that's what's trippy about it too, is the suddenness. That it's like it happened just over the weekend, and then all of a sudden they're pushing for this vote to nationally ban abortions.
Yeah, like, this dude is literally like...
This fucking dude.
Well, he's not really a dude in my eyes. He's a little bitch,
dude.
Hey, vato, shot. No, but like, how women need to stand up for ourselves more than ever. There's like protests that are going on, like actual fucking protests going on. And, you know, we're doing the best that we can, but it's like not all of us can afford to take off work. Not all of us can afford to, you know, stop spending it, because we got families, we got things, we got kids. You know, I don't personally have kids. Fuck them kids. But like, I know people that have kids and they've got a whole fucking life going for them. And then, you know, there's certain partners that don't agree with what's going on, which is great, amazing. And then you've got some people that actually do. It's like, how in the fuck are you really gonna tell your wife what to do with her own body?
What is that called? Like you're a male chauvinist? Is that
That's a big word.
It's a big word that I can't remember the definition of, so I don't know if I'm using it right. So don't cancel me before I can even get off, dude.
Okay, so how do you feel like, as a trans man now living in a world that's kind of just like, fuck, you know, you transitioned, and potentially, you know, after, let's just say, like, hypothetically, if this was overturned and, you know, everything goes down, how do you feel?
Just based, like, medically, I have a uterus. So, like, that's pretty much all that they would want. Yeah. Like, yeah, I think it just gets scary, because then it starts to, you know, you start to think about surgeries, and not every trans guy wants surgeries, but, or any, you know, anything like that. But to me, like, bottom surgery kind of was a big, if not the main reason that, like, I wanted to transition. And now the fact that I can think that this potentially can be something that stops what I want to be and what would make me healthy mentally, that's also really scary, because I don't know what's going to happen to me now. I don't know if they're just trying to get women to be like just human incubators.
Fucking,
you know, like, they could pretty much just stick a fucking egg in me and make me grow it because I have a uterus.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think of scary shit like that.
I was gonna say, bitch, you want me to cut it out? I got scissors. I can easily get a scalpel. I kind of know my way around the body.
Well, I think that's a really good point too, is you think about banning abortions, and that doesn't mean that the amount of abortions that's going on is going to decrease.
Oh no.
It just
Makes
becomes
them-
unhealthy.
Yeah, unsafe.
Yeah, unsafe.
Really fucking unsafe.
Yeah.
Women literally rely on this stuff. Just the basic necessities of literally
Just being
living.
a woman. Just being like, ugh,
Well, I don't understand why people want to ban fucking Planned Parenthood. You know those TikTok videos of like those protesters, like there's certain the guards that will or the volunteers actually will stand outside and like actually protect the women and help them go in to Planned Parenthood. These fucking protesters are like, oh, don't fucking get rid of the baby, don't kill it, you know, I can help. Okay, fucking offer me $1 million right now. Give me all the money that you got.
foster kids that you've just like turned a blind eye to.
Yeah. And oh my god.
And that's another thing. Don't even get me started on another thing that's like currently happening too, is the shortage in like formula. It's like we can't even fucking supply the babies that we have.
Yeah.
We can't.
Yeah.
We literally cannot.
Exactly.
Like Erica was watching this video and these people paid $120 for like 2 or 3 cans. And it's like that'll barely last them a week or two.
Exactly.
Like, how are you?
Oh my god, that's really good too, because I saw like this gay couple. They just had a brand new set of twins. And we're in a fucking shortage. It's insane. But then, you know, there's other women that are, I don't know, they have like an overproduction of milk. But a lot of people are saying, oh, well, we can't sell our milk. Like, that's against the law in our state. Like, we can't, like, sell our milk. They have to go through a special process. And if women do it, they have to register through, like, a clinic in order to get or receive the milk. And there's no guarantee of it actually coming through. Because they test for everything. But it's like, dude.
I could see like where that would be like a good idea, but I feel like also for the majority it would be a bad idea. Technically the way that like breastfeeding work, to get really technical on you, is mothers just have like this millionth sense. Like they have so many, you know, where they can just by the feel of their baby, by the smell of their baby, like in their subconscious mind, alter, like your body alters the milk to cater to your child.
Right.
And where I think that like if they were to mass produce like somebody else's milk, like that milk is produced for her baby. You know, it may be like, let's say that baby is iron deficient. Your body's going to compensate for that when you're feeding that child as a woman. And so like that may not be the case for the person that you're selling to, or it can kind of be bad.
I agree, but I just kind of feel like if we ever got to that point of where we can like mass produce like a fucking farm, you know, it would be a good idea to at least have somewhat of a backup resource. Because like, I mean, we're gonna get like fucking Yemen over here. People die. Babies are dying. Literal children are dying because they don't have formula, or they can't get to a reliable source or someone that can provide formula. Like, I've got friends that will literally pump for other moms, their friends, and like, you know, give them the milk, let them have the milk. It's just fucked.
It's
Overall,
sad.
we're fucked. Like, we're in a ring of full hot liquid shit. Dude, no butt plug at all. You can't even force one in there. It's just lava, straight dig. It's so sad. I don't know what's going on with the world anymore. It's gone from like being a place of like hope and like prosperity, you know, but it was never really that in the first place.
Yeah, you talk about the American dream and America's the best place to be for your dreams. No, it ain't.
We might be good with fucking raking in the money, but at the same time, we're the fucking world's dumbest people. Not us, like us together, but like
we're pretty fucking stupid, but we're ethically smart.
Yeah, I mean, we're
morally smart.
Yeah, we think about the world. I mean, fuck America, let's be honest. If I had the option to move anywhere else or be born anywhere else, bitch, I'm choosing somewhere else. I'd rather live a fucking world that is kind of tragic on the other side than look down on America and see it as a brilliant. It's really not. It's just too much. And then there's a bunch of people that are just like, if this bill passes, or if this entire entire thing passes, you know, there's certain states that are going to be open to having women be transported to their state and have the abortion, pay for their hostel stay, whatever. But then again, you have other people that are like, oh, well, we should pass that national ban. So then does that stop everything?
No. And I think that's what's scary too, is the thought of like it's not gonna end with abortions. The control over women's bodies is just gonna continue. Like it's not gonna fucking stop. It's not gonna end.
It's gonna hit us right in the fucking cooter.
And it's gonna come quicker and quicker and quicker.
Yeah. Till we're all fucking wearing the same gob. No original sense, no original freedom, no anything.
But if you think about it too, it's not just America.
No.
It's like they make half of, if not more than the population. Like it's just I think that's so crazy to me. Like how does one gender think they're so superior? That's literally like
they're just fucking they're thinking with their ass. They're thinking with no grounds to stand on. The rest of us know what's right. We want what's right. 70% of the United States says don't fucking do this, and yet you've got the rest of them being like, oh, you know, no, let's let it pass. That 30% needs to be knocked off a fucking cliff. The world should be flat then. Fucking flat earthers.
Well, I think what is also really stupid is there's no like contraceptive or hormone treatment, I guess you could say, for like men. You know, because like woman,
there's birth control now. There's men's birth control,
right?
Aside from a vasectomy,
right? But like if you think about it, it's not like enforced or as much. But you think like, you know, a woman could go fuck 100 different guys, but she can only carry one pregnancy to full term a year. But then a guy could go fuck 100 women and birth 100 babies and then dip. So he ain't responsible for shit.
Oh yeah. I don't know why it kind of pisses me off though, is the fact of like when you're on birth control. So like take me for example. When I was on the pill, when I had Nexplanon, like the implant in my fucking arm, that shit bruised me, made me gain weight, made my hormones go whack, couldn't lose the weight for like an entire year. I still have the weight. My mental health was so fucked up. I was like, bitch, I would rather kill myself right now than have this shit in my arm. It takes weeks for it to fucking work. Women go through so much with contraceptives as it is, and men just get to freely walk out and be like, oh, I'll wrap my dick in a fucking saran wrap and call it a day. Drake was right for fucking putting hot sauce in his fucking semen specimens after fucking his little drops of Tapatio in the condom.
What?
You didn't hear about that?
No.
So, okay, apparently he tried to fuck, or no, he fucked this one lady, and she tried to, like, he dumped the condom in the trash can, but before he did, he put, like, hot sauce in there because it kills the sperm. She tried putting that shit back in her to, like, get herself pregnant, and so she was suing Drake for doing that. It was like, dude, you're literally trying to trap him. Like, there's some women that are actually dumb enough to think about that. That's fucked, dude.
That would make sense, though.
I mean, if we're gonna talk about contraceptives, like, let's be honest here. Men should have the contraceptives, not women. Because women can only get pregnant once, like you said.
Or even, like, I get it, because it does help a lot. You know, and that's another reason why it's so vital to have, like, Planned Parenthoods and make it accessible.
Oh, yeah.
And make it safer, educational. It's like, I get it for women, but at the same time, it's like, it shouldn't be all up to them. They should, and it shouldn't be so that they don't have to take, you know, birth control or anything like that, but it shouldn't be that guys just get to do whatever willy-nilly
Exactly,
bullshit.
Not be held accountable for their own actions.
It's accountability, it's responsibility, because it takes two people to make a baby, and yet one gets to just dip.
Yeah. Out of nowhere.
Whatever. And face no repercussions whatsoever.
Unless the woman goes after him. And even at that, certain judges will decide with the man.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Exactly. I mean, they want to put a national ban on this, but they don't think that there's so many policies and laws already in place that just attack women and their pregnancies. And I saw a couple stories, and they were really gruesome, but this one woman, she refused to get a C-section, and it killed the baby, and she faced like 20 years in prison. There was another one that she had a problem with her pregnancy, and because they didn't want to kill the baby, they made her do something. I think it was another C-section, but it was really troublesome, and they lost both the mom and the baby.
Yeah.
And
definitely a lot of the southern states are turning to that fucking reason. Did you hear about the Louisiana thing?
Mm-mm.
So I've got a friend in Louisiana that we were talking about it a while ago too. Fucking Louisiana wants to ban women from having an abortion and then criminalize them. Same with Tennessee. But then this kind of goes into it. But like Tennessee is looking more towards like if a girl is raped or a woman is raped, they have to carry the baby. So like it's literally like a fucking shit show.
Mm-hmm.
And to go back to Planned Parenthood real quick, like Planned Parenthood helps not only women, but it also helps men because then it gets them more in touch with themselves and allows them to like understand like, you know, their partner better. Like they can even set, I don't know whether or not they can, but they probably can set up like a vasectomy, not in office, but set like men up with certain offices and give them that information. But yeah.
The one story that I did want to share was there was a 27-year-old woman, 26 weeks pregnant, and she had cancer. And she was forced to undergo a C-section to try to save the baby despite the risk to their health, and they both died. So that's the correct story.
I don't know why. That is literally so infuriating.
Or this one, a 16-year-old girl birthed a stillborn, and she was indicted on charges of depraved heart murder. A 16-year-old girl whose bodies are not even fully developed.
Exactly.
Who cannot carry the weight of a baby, forced to do it. Forced.
I swear my eyes hurt from rolling them so much, but like literally, oh my god, I just...
If they know, if I want to know is like, because there's sickos out there that like, let's say there's, you know, a 13-year-old girl and like her dad rapes her or stepdad or somebody, and that baby is like gonna be messed up because of the incestuous nature. Are they still gonna force that?
Well,
like
that's like the big debate now is like a bunch of these states down in the South. Like I'm gonna call them out. Fuck Georgia. Fuck Tennessee. Fuck Kentucky. No, I'm just kidding. But like literally there's a bunch of these southern states that are literally like they're incest ridden in as it is. And it's like, how are you really gonna force, like hypothetically speaking, a 13-year-old to carry a pregnancy if she was raped by someone in her family? If that girl ends up hanging herself, that's blood on the state's hands. That should literally be criminal activity. That's disgusting. How can you do that? What if it was their kids? Like if it was a judge's kid, I bet you the fucking person would be thrown in jail for life. But if it's just a random civilian just walking down the street, fucking gets kidnapped, gets pregnant, you know, they don't give a fuck. All of a sudden it's, oh, well, you were asking for it. You wanted this. Doesn't matter what the fuck you wore.
You provoked it.
Yeah, you looked at him a certain way.
And remember that story I was telling you, this woman was shot, killed her baby, but it was her fault, and she was charged because she started the fight and the guy shot her in self-defense.
Oh my god,
that was ruled by the cops. That was in their police report. They determined that. They didn't even listen to her side. I swear to God, the system fails so much. This is why it's ACAB all the way. Fuck everything. Millennials and Gen Z and Gen X, literally, maybe not so much millennials, but the ones that are with Gen Z, more so, like us, we fucking stand up for what's right. We know what's right. We're changing the fucking ways of the world right now because we have that much influence over each other. Like, there's a bunch of people that were, like, not to get too political here, but they were pro-Trump, and then, you know, all of a sudden, now they're like, oh, I'm not Trump anymore. I'm like on your guys' side. Like I still kind of agree here and there, but you know, we're together on this. They're slowly opening their mind.
Yeah, they understand the repercussions. They understand, like, you know, you want to do some serious damage, fucking do good. Don't be a fucking villain anymore. Quit being just asshats in general. So I'm gonna shove my fucking foot in your dick, make you eat it.
Same. But yeah, I think it really is just a scary topic, and something that I think everybody's feeling the heat of and is experiencing right now.
Shit, dude. I don't think it's stopped being on my mind ever since, you know, I sometimes have dreams about it. Maybe a couple nights ago I was dreaming about it, and I was like, if I could go back in time, probably just murder. Mass murder. FBI, don't listen to this. My FBI agent listening through my phone. He's like, write this down, write this down.
Get that bitch. Go get her.
Come get me.
Come get me. Come get me. Dude, I do have to say, I did see that TikTok, though, that used that sound. And it was European women, and, like, United States women are down there and saying, come get me.
I think I might have sent that to you, but literally me. Oh, my God.
Come get me.
No, but it's fucking true. I feel like there should be a mass euthanization of
Men.
Men and elderly people that don't agree.
It's just men are so obsolete now.
Yeah, they have no fucking privileges. I'm sorry, man. You lost your fucking TV privileges a long time ago. You no longer get to get off to what we get off to anymore.
And we need to get rid of all of the men besides the ones who, like, clearly were made by women.
Yeah, like the really puppy dog ones. God, I need one. I was talking to this one guy, I think it was like maybe a while ago, I don't remember, but he was saying that childbirth is like nothing, and women, he was saying that childbirth is like nothing. Women complain about being pregnant and, you know, gaining weight when they should just all lose it. And then I saw another TikTok, and I was like, that brought me back to like the realization of like, I talked to a dumbass. There's this one kid on TLC, like this one pregnancy show. It's almost like Teen Mom, but this kid, literally, the girlfriend looked like she was so scared for her life because she was like, what, only 16 or 15 or 16 when she got pregnant, and her boyfriend is literally sitting on the couch saying, oh, well, a woman shouldn't have the right to an epidural. She should just be able to, like, give birth. It's natural. Your face right now, like...
It just, how do you know?
Well,
but how do you, like, what goes through people like that, men, what goes through their head
what
when
goes
they
through
think,
boys is...
when they think women don't need that, women just need to man up, and pregnancy pain, birthing pain isn't that bad, but how do you know?
Exactly.
How do you know?
Well, and it's been proven multiple times. It's like, it's literally crushing and pulling apart your pelvis. That's what cramps are. It's preparing you for birth. Like, your body literally thinks that you're gonna give birth to a child, when in reality you're just giving birth to fucking dead tissue. But like, this little boy was sitting on the couch and his girlfriend was just like silent, and I saw the reaction video of it today because someone actually posted it. Thank fuck for them. But the reaction video of his girlfriend was in the hospital about to give birth, well, not about to, but like maybe a couple hours into birth, and the boyfriend was just like sitting on the couch, like complaining about the girlfriend wanting to get an epidural, and the nurse was like, well, it's her decision, her choice. And then the doctor piped up and was like, yeah, it's her decision, her choice. You're not in between of that. Like, you didn't consent to it, she did. So that shut him up, and I was like, this motherfucking doctor, you should have just kicked him out and fucking took him in the back alley and beat him up a little bit. But you know what, you did good.
And it's just like, how do you, like, all these little snotty-nosed men thinking that? Who raised you to have those ideals? Like, what's wrong in your mind?
It's almost like his parents never were ballsy enough to tell him, you know what, you got the wrong thinking. Or maybe the way that he was brought up was all terrible shit, but that shouldn't do any of like the affecting of, like, you know, your girlfriend is about to give birth to your child. Your child, she's literally crying in pain, most likely sweating profusely. She's having shakes. Her entire body's going through it. Some women don't even get to the point of birth because they die beforehand. But you're really going to say, like, oh, no, you should deny the epidural. You should deny any sort of pain medication because you can, quote unquote, become addicted. You can't fucking become addicted like that overnight, bitch.
It's not how addiction works. Trust. I'm addicted to a lot of things. That's not how it happens.
It's just disgusting.
It's just like, I think that's the biggest
incel
problem.
behavior.
It's like, yeah, you think you know, but Like, you
clearly
have
don't.
no idea. You could never know because you're not a woman.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
And those guys that are like, they say, oh, well, getting kicked in the nuts, it hurts worse than a cramp or hurts worse than childbirth. Like, you want me to fucking staple your balls to a pegboard and like continuously beat on them until you literally cannot take it anymore, or until you pass out from being in pain? I will gladly do that. I get off from that.
Oh, hell no.
You're like, good thing I don't have nuts.
No, yeah.
Your little plastic implants. No, but like the skin of it and like everything else would be bruised, but like that's besides the point. It's just disgusting. It's incel behavior. It's like, y'all need to grow up. Quit being such little pussies about everything.
Just like, stop thinking you know everything, or you think you know what's best for that baby.
Exactly.
But you don't.
If you knew, you'd be the one that's carrying it. If you knew so much, then maybe you should have just been born a girl. Would have made a little bit more sense. You know, that's the reason why women live longer. We're not dumb.
But, I mean, shout out to all the single dads out there doing their shit.
Yeah, and the ones that are really golden retriever.
Golden retriever.
Shout out to them. Fucking love those. They're good cake.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should wrap it up here. That was a really successful episode.
And I think that's something that we can always come
back
touch back on as things progress, because it's scary, and we think about it a lot, so we'll probably talk about it a lot.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to retouch on the topic. If we find anything else out that's new and, you know, informative that no one else knows, then yeah. But thank you for listening to our little opinions, even though they were quite violent on my end.
It's fine. That's what we love her for. Did you have any other questions for me?
No, I did not. Did you have any other questions for me?
I guess, what is it like to be a woman in these times? I'm just kidding.
It's tragic. Let's just say I'm like literally dying. I'm bleeding out of every orifice of myself today. I'm gonna be for a week, but you know, it's tragic.
It's fine. It's natural.
Well, let us know what the sound quality was like as well, because we're trying a little something new. We're actually sitting very far apart from each other today.
For once. We actually were smart enough to get our computer to be able to record 2 microphones at once.
Yeah. Now I don't gotta be like all up in his grill about it and be like,
hello. We're just still trying to breathe on the same mic. Trying to be heard.
Me trying not to fucking wheeze. No, but like, let us know. Like, maybe we do sound good. Maybe we don't.
I hope we sound a lot better. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, don't be a little pussy. Be a man.
Be a man.